Hey guys, welcome back. So about a month ago, I uploaded a video where I did 100 glute bridges every day for 30 days. In that video, I shared my results and also asked you guys to try it out and let me know how it went. So in today's video, I'm gonna get into your results and also address some of the issues from the previous video. So let's start with some of your results. Thank you to everyone who sent in their pictures and videos. I love looking at your progress photos. You guys are doing amazing. Some of you have gained over 1 to 2 inches over the 30 days. That's insane. For example, Eva Auster, she gained 2.3 inches over 30 days, and Leslie Muse gained about 1.5 inches, and that's pretty amazing. So I wasn't really sure how I was gonna share everyone's result because there's so many of you guys, and I can't just sit here and talk about every single one of your results. So I've created this form so you can put in your day 1 measurements and your day 30 measurements, and it will just show up in the chart like what your growth is, and I think that's pretty cool because everyone's result is going to be in there. So you can check out that link in the description box, key in your measurements, and yeah, see everything happen in real time. So I've added a couple of the results here, but there's over 2,000 comments and I can't go through every single one of the comments. I just don't have time for that. And also some of you guys shared that you have grown over 1 or 2 inches but didn't actually share your measurements, so I can't actually enter that for you guys. So if you're watching this video, please do share your measurements in that link, in that form, so everyone can see it, share the love. So now let's have a look at what we got here. So from this small sample size, 7 people have grown 1.5 inches in their glutes. That's mind-blowing. And 1 person has grown about 2.3 inches over 30 days. That's insane. I wish I grew 2.3 inches in 30 days. On the other hand, 1 person had no change at all and 1 person said they lost an inch, while the rest saw about an inch growth, which is really good, which is what I got. There was also 1 person I came across in the comments saying that she tried it for 2 weeks but gave up because she didn't have results. I guess it's really interesting to see everyone's result, and everyone's result is a little bit different, but once we get a bigger sample size, once you guys start submitting results, we have a bigger sample size, we can see the average and see what this challenge helped achieve. So yeah, check out the link in the description box so we can look at this together as a whole. That's super exciting. I can't wait to see everyone's results. So yeah, check it out. So now time to address a few things from that video. Did you only do this and nothing else? When I did this challenge, I did it in addition to my regular workouts. So no, I didn't do this on its own only. I said it in that video and also replied to some of you guys in the comment section as well. So I do understand that some of you guys might have misunderstood it. It can be quite challenging to like condense everything, all the information into 5 minutes videos. I did mention that it was an experiment and also it's a challenge, and I wanted you guys to do it with me as a fun challenge together and see what we got here, you know what I mean? And the results look pretty good so far, like honestly, I'm impressed. But I get it, if you're new to my channel, you think that I don't work out at all and this is all I did. But no, this is not all I did. But again, I'm not saying that this won't work for those of you guys who are new to working out your body, and let me explain. If you're new to working out, you'll probably see great results or no result at all because you don't really know how to activate your muscles, or you know how to activate your muscles and you see great results because it is something new to you and your body is responding to it well, or you can't activate your muscle and didn't see any growth at all. And for me, if I were to just do glute bridges on its own, it probably wouldn't work. But for me, it did work this time because I did it on top of my existing workout routine. The point of this challenge is to challenge yourself by introducing glute bridges to your existing routine and see whether this additional glute bridges has an impact on the growth on your body. So if I were to take out my usual routine out of the equation, it wouldn't be a fair comparison anymore because I've been training for a while now. Just like a mathematical or statistical model, your base model has to stay the same and you're just adding a new factor on top of this. And our new factor today is glute bridges. So we want to see whether this new glute bridges has an impact on our growth and everything else stay constant. And that would be a fair way to figure out whether this challenge actually works. But realistically, it is hard to keep everything like really constant, obviously, because sometimes we work out harder, sometimes we eat more, sometimes we go out and have something else, and it's not always gonna be like we don't live in a, you know, like a completely constant world. But if 100 people were to submit the result and 80 people see a great growth in their glutes, then that says something, doesn't it? So all these girls who did the challenge, who have grown over 1 to 2 inches over the 30 days, I'm pretty sure they did it on top of their current existing routine. The way I see it, a challenge like this helps people who barely work on their glutes to do something new and fun, just, you know, something out of ordinary. So if people are working out more, I think it's a win. And it's not like I'm selling you a $90 PDF transformation, miracle, cure, whatnot. There's only so much I can say in that 5 minutes video. So chill. Now, how to make the most out of this challenge. So if you're trying out this challenge and you want results, my advice to you is to really engage those glute muscles, those butt muscles when you're doing the exercises. Mind-muscle connection is so important when it comes to doing any exercises. The most common mistake when you're new to working out your glutes or doing glute bridges is that you don't really know how to activate your muscles. So sometimes people are activating more of the hamstring or the quads. So the key is to make sure you are really thinking about your glutes, you know, focus all your energy on your glutes and relax every part of your body. Just focus on the glutes and squeeze that butt. Squeeze it real hard. Your butt cheeks should look really tight and squished up. It's not gonna look pretty, guys. If you don't know whether you are engaging your butt, just touch your butt when you're doing the workouts. You can feel it squished up, like you're literally squeezing your butt. And once you have gotten used to activating your glute muscles and engaging your glute muscles, you can start doing some resistance training with a little bit of weights, dumbbells or barbells and whatnot, or just resistance band. Like, you know, you don't have to start big, start small, take little steps. You'll see great changes. And when it comes to your food intake, you gotta make sure you eat enough to sustain that growth. You know, you're working those muscles, you gotta grow it. So eat enough to grow your muscles. Have a balance of carbs, protein and fat to help with that. Definitely don't go on a caloric deficit diet. It's not gonna really help to grow that muscles. And also don't do it with my flat belly program because they are both targeting different parts. One is trying to lose weight and the glute bridge challenge is to grow your glute muscles. So rest days, do we need them? So you should include some rest days, especially when you're doing some heavy resistance training. You're gonna let those glutes rest because they're gonna be sore and you want them to grow. And your muscle grows when you're resting. The reason why I've put together that challenge is because 100 glute bridges is not very intense for me. Body weight workouts generally are not very intense for me anymore. But in hindsight, I should have made it more clear that you could rest for 1 or 2 days when you need it. And some of you guys that gave the updates did have some rest days too. So yeah, feel free to take some rest days if you need to. So what results to expect? Will this really work? It really depends, guys. As you can see from the chart, some people saw a really positive growth and some people didn't see a change at all, but most people that have reported back have seen great results. So if you want this to be a fair comparison, assuming you know for a fact that your usual routine has not helped you to grow your glutes in the last couple of months, then add this challenge and you can see what the actual result is. And if you grew, then it helped. So for example, Nicoletta here, she grew almost 2 inches and according to her, she normally does weighted squats maybe once a week, which is her normal routine. And she's assured that the growth didn't come from that. So why did it work for her? So this is something new to her routine and her glutes are reacting well to it. So if you have been doing a workout for a long time and if you haven't seen much changes, it's because your body is used to the routine. And also you don't always need that heavy weights to grow your booty. Obviously it's gonna really help, but there's the fast twitch muscles and also the slow twitch muscles. And you gotta train both, you know? You gotta train both. You gotta progress your weights, obviously. Like you gotta lift heavier and heavier over time, but you don't have to like go all out in one go, you know what I mean? But if you're stuck, for example, if you have been doing 150 kilos hip thrust, you're not seeing much growth anymore, maybe you should change it up. Maybe that's a sign you should change it up a little bit sometimes, you know? And hence why the glute bridges work for me, because I changed it up. And again, I didn't know whether it would work because I'm so used to doing like resistance training on my glutes. I've been training my glutes for 2 to 3 years. So that extra 1 inch was a surprise to me as well. So how long does it take to grow that booty? It took me years to get from 31 inches to where I am right now. For the first year, I wasn't really like focusing on it. I was just doing some leg workouts, some squats, some lunges. I wasn't even doing any glute bridges or hip thrusts yet. So my first year, I trained my legs or glutes just once a week, sometimes 2 times a week if I was doing great. I was taking it easy. I was not stressing about it. It was just like something new to me. And on the second year, I started focusing more on my glutes, you know, doing more glute activation exercises and, you know, hip thrusts and all of that. And I've shared that on my channel as well, so you can check it out. That's when I've grown another 2 inches. For the first year, I grew about 1.5 to 2 inches as well, I think. And second year, I grew another 2 inches and I was really focusing on it. So I ate more, I was on surplus, I was pretty much bulking up, and yeah, it grew really well. I was really happy with the results and I wanted to just stop right there. I didn't want to grow anymore. I didn't want to bulk up anymore. But you said you want Kim K's big booty. Who doesn't want to have a round tone booty like big booty? I was being sarcastic. So yeah, I guess it took about 1.5 to 2 years to get to 35 inches. So from 31 inches to 35 inches. So it doesn't take that long, but I was just taking it really easy. But I guess if you really go for it, you could definitely see a growth. Obviously, it is still possible for me to grow my glutes bigger if I want to, but the effort gets exponentially more difficult. You gotta eat more, you gotta train harder, and I'm just not really into that right now. Anyway, that's all I want to say for today's video. Shoutouts to everyone who completed the challenge, and thanks so much for sharing. And for those of you guys who are still in it, who are still halfway there, keep going. I can't wait to see your results. And yeah, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button, subscribe, and turn on notification, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye. You can check out that link and like down in the It really depends on the figure out whether this charge a miracle cure or whatever.